What on earth? More like who on earth was that? Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. As you can see from up there in the top right, we are on the ground at Berlin Brandenburg Airport. Massive, massive airport, lovely, lovely place. Similar to Munich actually in more ways than I thought, but we are in the gorgeous Delta Alpha November Charlie Zulu, which is the first Airbus A320neo. I've had 2 charter flights in about a week to fly this aircraft and I'm buzzing to get back in it. It's an absolute honey, and yeah, this scenery is also very, very good as well here at Berlin. We are connected to VATSIM right now. There's a couple of aircraft knocking about, but not many. Mainly just EasyJet, to be honest, and 1 or 2 Lufthansa. But I am really excited to fly from this place. Not been from Berlin before. Admittedly, you will see that the flight plan says we're very late today because I unfortunately downloaded the wrong scenery. I got 2024 version, and I feel like a bit of an idiot right now, but that happens. This is the aircraft, though, and it is an absolute honey. My dad's friend, Malcolm, bless him, who passed just in October last year, used to call them deck chairs, and I absolutely live by that. It is a deck chair of an aircraft, but it's a fantastic looking bit of kit, and I'm excited to fly it today. It's another charter flight, so I want to give a big thanks to Fabrice Mundt, who has chartered this one, and we're not going to be going far today. We're going to be going down to Frankfurt, so again, another big airport in Germany that I'm looking forward to flying into. As a result, we are Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike today in Alpha November Charlie Zulu, and we're going to get things ready to go. We've got tower and ground on here at Berlin, which is cool to see on VATSIM. I'm not sure how long they're going to be on though, because like I say, I'm running a long way behind schedule, and both tower and ground have been on since I tried to get the initial scenery just earlier. We've got the batteries on, external power. I've put the strobe and the nav and logo light on. We're going to put the outer pumps on. We're then going to put the crew oxygen supply on. I've also, as well, seen a comment recently about putting the APU on so early, and someone made a very good point that I probably don't need to do that on until just before pushback, so I'm going to wait to do that for a little bit longer. But everything, as far as I know, up there at the moment is good. We've obviously got our fire test to do, but again, look, the buttons just aren't quite in the right place. But yeah, you get the idea. They're all working. So we're going to come to our preparations list and get going. So we've got all of that sorted. We just need to basically get into the FMC. Everything else up there is pretty much done. So we'll head down here to the MCU. I said FMC then, didn't I? Also, what I'm actually going to do is get GSX to get boarding. Now, again, annoyingly, I've updated GSX about half an hour before I came on, and it already says it's out of date, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. We'll get the init request on. I'm going to check our cost index. Our cruise altitude today is flight level 240. Cost index is 10, so quite a low cost index once again, as you see there. It's put our flight number and everything in for us, which is really good to see. We're then going to go to our init B. We're going to get the aircraft loaded on here. We will attach the pushback tug. We'll get the aircraft loaded. Boarding completed. In the fly-by-wire sense, so then it knows what all the weights and things are, and it's got all of that ready to go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Put our 0 fuel weight in. Our block fuel today is 4.486. That is 4.5. So we've got a little bit more on. And then we go into the flight plan, and we want to check our charts. So from Berlin today, we are on the Logdo 3 Bravo.
On behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer and cabin crew,
for runway 0.
Why
don't I just check it on there? Runway 06 left today. Logdo 3 Bravo. Cracking. And then on the arrival into Frankfurt, we are, I believe, on runway 07 right. We are on ILS 07 right. And the approach is the Kara 5 Delta.
Looking gear.
Approach via DF654. It knows it. It knows it. That's good. We've got that as the transition. Let's just check on there if there's any discontinuities. There might be actually after 654. Yes, there it is, because it's manual to 654. Okay, that's all absolutely sound. We'll go back to the departure chart and we'll see the initial climb. So above 1500. 060 above, 095 or above. Okay, so we'll go for an initial altitude then of 10,000. We'll get that in. Frame rate isn't brilliant here at Berlin. That's something I've noticed straight off the bat from being here. We'll also get the QNH in. 1004 on the QNH. Bit lower today. conditions should be pretty good. There's a bit of cloud knocking about all over the place, which is always a bit more interesting than a perfectly clear sky. Now we've got the departure in and it knows the weights, we can also calculate our takeoff speeds on here. 153 today. What? 153? Surely not. 153, 153, and 154. A very high V speed. That's one of the, possibly the highest V speed I've ever had. Flex to temp is 71. We're going to be going flaps 1 today. That's heavy. Heavy pig. What's the zero fuel weight then in that case? Let's go on in it B. Zero fuel weight's 57. Takeoff weight's 61.7. Yeah, it says 61.628 in there, so it knows that. One thing we do need to do is check on vPilot. We need to get ground tuned in, 121.855. Not far away from that on here, actually. Went a little bit too quickly there. Let's tune in. Make sure we're transmitting as well, make sure we're able to. Yep. Okay, let's see if we can get... Where's my pen? It's in my pocket. Because I was walking around the house earlier between doing all this. I've just put my pen in my pocket and left it there. Right, let's see if we get a squawk code and everything else. QNH1004 I need to write down on here. Let's speak to Berlin ground, shall we? 121.855, yeah? 121.855. It's quiet, but it's fine. Berlin ground, good morning. This is Condor to Foxtrot Mike. Stand Bravo 12, Airbus A320neo, looking for clearance to Frankfurt, please.
Condor 2, Foxtrot Mike, Berlin 8, good morning. Information Golf is correct. Startup approved. Little Frankfurt Aerodrome, log to Quebec, flight en route, climb via SID to flight level 80, squawk 1000.
Climb via the SID on the log to 3 Bravo departure, flight level 80, squawk 1000 for Condor 2, Foxtrot Mike, thank you.
That's correct.
Wow. That's the easiest squawk code I've ever had. So we are on the log to 3 Bravo, flight level 8000. Well, sorry, not flight level 8000, flight level 080. Let's get the constraints on there, put that on both sides. Facing south. Oh, that'll be EasyJet over there. So, look, we are, let me just show you what I mean. We're obviously going to be facing north because we're going on 06 left. But EasyJet's around here somewhere, so I think they're going to face south, which is that way. I would have said west, really, if that was me. Okay, so we're pretty much ready otherwise. Get those on, get the seatbelt signs on. Not going to start the APU just yet, though. We are going to wait a little bit longer. Let's check what else needs doing. We've got our takeoff data and everything set, so we're just waiting for boarding. Honestly, the startup procedure now takes a lot less time than I originally thought it did. Or than it used to take me, anyway. I assume my taxi route today will be holding point Lima 2, Victor Charlie, Charlie, and then Lima 2. So Victor Charlie is sort of like Victor Centre, I think it is. So the taxiways, we're going to be pushing back onto Victor 2, and then you have to get into the middle one, and then go on to these here. So I think it'll be Victor Centre, Victor 3, and then we'll be going on Charlie. If we go on Delta, I'll be quite surprised, but it depends how obviously the ground is going to be running that today. We've got ground and tower still online. Nothing at Frankfurt by the look of it, but let me show you. It looks mighty busy down at Frankfurt, although actually when you see it from distance, I don't know, there's still quite a lot coming in. We're going to be coming in on 07 left today. There's a lot of ATC on, a lot of tower all over Europe by the look of it, so it's a good day to go flying. And there is the little ding from GSX to say we are boarded. I'm going to lock the cabin door, going to knock this one back here. We're going to put predicted wind shear on now, put that on, put that to TA, and we need to obviously squawk 1000. It's all good taking the squawk code down, Chaz, but you've got to actually put it in. Right, I'm all happy and good to go, are you? Let's prepare for pushback and departure. So we'll get it ready, get clearance, and then we will obviously start pushing back. Actually, we'll get clearance first and then crack on with it, shall we? Because I have to choose a direction, and I do wonder, I'd rather get the instruction from them and know what they're going to ask us first. Berlin ground, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, request push and start.
Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, pushback approved, facing south.
Pushback approved, face south, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike. Interesting. So I'm glad that I asked him, because south confuses me. Facing south on Victor 2. Let me just make sure that's on Victor 2. Yeah, well it will be, won't it? Okay, let's do it.
Berlin Airplane Service, Lufthansa 2 Charlie November, requesting clearance information hotel.
Okay, let's get these engines started, shall we? Let's make. Oh, just remembered.
2 Charlie November information, hotel is now current, startup approved, cleared Munich Aerodrome, Lurus 3 Bravo, flight en route, climb 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
I have messed up. Knew. This is why I start the APU straight away. Can we manually start the APU in here? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Come on. It's doing it. There we go, we got power. What are you moaning at? Yeah, it's going to moan at me for a bit. Let's get this on, back on. Get the windshield. Lock that. Parking brake set. We need to start the engines. We need to get strobe. Oh no, that comes on later. I've lost my head. God, all because I've just done things in a slightly different order. It's mad, isn't it? We've got Lufthansa and Ryanair now just parked in front of us here. We've got an aircraft facing us. I wonder where they're going to taxi. Okay, let's try and get this all started now, shall we? So let's get this into ignition. And let's start engine number 2. There's the EasyJet that's just gone past us on Victor 1.
Alpha 95 Delta, request taxi, April Mike 3.
And there is the ramp operative making his way away. We'll get ready to go and do engine number 1.
Berlin 6402, you may now taxi to stand Bravo 13.
Okay, so engines should be available in just a second. Well, engine power should be available. It should come up on there, and then we've got a good engine start, basically.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Cracking. Engine mode back into normal, and that means now we can take the APU bleed and then master switch off. Everything's all good, I think, after that. So, yeah, before we then get going, we need to set the flaps to 1, get everything else sorted. Let's just make sure the MCDU has all of our data still in it, doesn't it? Yeah, it's all good. Okay, cracking. I'm glad that it's kept that in there. The aircraft in front of us here is going to be taxiing right in front of us. It's going to be turning into stand 1-3 there. Look how close that is.
Airbus A320neo Delta, taxi to holding point runway 06 right, intersection Mike 3
Steady.
via Bravo Mike 3.
Taxi about 06 right,
Crack on.
Mike 3 via Bravo and Mike 3, Alpha 95 Delta.
Crack on. This is nice and busy though, isn't it?
45 Tango Hotel, contact Berlin Tower now on 118 estimate 805, have a nice flight, bye bye.
So we're going out 6 right now? Because I'd planned for 6 left.
Airbus Ryanair 44 Yankee stand Bravo 15 Alpha information hotel on board request clearance. Kids Barcelona Aerodrome logged to Quebec, flight en route, climb via SIT to flight level 8.
Oh, logged to Quebec. Did I not read back? Logged 3 Bravo? He hasn't heard me. Right, we need to sort that. So it's 06. 06 right. Logged to Quebec. Flipping heck. It's a good thing we checked that, isn't it? Let's just make sure that we've got our takeoff performance sorted then. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, that's sound. Right then. So my potential taxi guess is out of the window completely. We are going to be going 06 right. Scribble this out. Okay.
Tower 118.805.
Let's get ready. Let's check what that frequency is that we're going to be going over to as well. 118.805. 118.805.
November, Berlin Apron. Hello, taxi to San Bravo 03.
This is cool to have a lot of aircraft around us. Nice and busy. So we're probably going to be going now via Victor 2, Bravo. Let's try. Berlin ground, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, ready for taxi.
Then Bravo 14, information, hotel on board, request for clearance to München.
That's them.
First, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, taxi via Victor 2, hold short of Bravo.
Victor 2, hold short of Bravo, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike. Parking brake off, taxi light on.
Clear to München, to Quebec departure.
Thanks once again, Fabrice Mundt, for chartering this flight today. I hope you've enjoyed the little panic that I've had. Either way, I'm excited. Very excited to be in this aircraft. I've loved looking at this thing. I've seen it on FlightRadar quite a lot, and I keep following its antics wherever it may go. Let's get the auto brakes on max. Let's check the cabin. So we're on Victor 2 here, and we're going to hold short of Bravo. We're then going to put the flaps to take off flaps 1. Check our procedures list once more. Just need to make sure that we've got the rudder trim all set. That's down here in the middle. Yep. Okay, so we'll get a little thing that'll say where Bravo is. Pretty sure it's that line there. Then we go past all the aircraft that are at the terminal. Lovely scenery, by the way. It really is. It's very intensive.
Fox Mike, taxi to holding point runway 06 right, intersection Mike 3 via Bravo Mike 3.
Mike 3 via Bravo Mike 3, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike. Okay. Is this Bravo? No. This is Bravo. Okay. Mike 3. I bet loads of people get that wrong. There's an aircraft departing. God, I've really mucked this up, haven't I? Turn right onto Bravo.
44 Yankee Yankee requesting pushback.
We'll get a bit of power in, speed up the taxi, crack on.
44 Yankees dabei, Lufthansa Nana Alpha Alpha. Are you also going to pushback in a few minutes?
It will take for approximately 15 minutes. Lufthansa Nana Alpha Alpha.
That's good cooperation.
Okay, Rainer 44 Yankee Yankee pushback approved, I think so. Was approved south.
That's
good.
Yankee Yankee. Wow, look at all the Lufthansa over there.
Condor 2 Fox Mike, contact Berlin Tower now on 118. Destinate so fast, Schifflug, bye.
Over to tower on 118805. Thanks very much for the ATC, see you soon.
Flying back.
There we go. We'll get all the way down before we then contact tower, I think, because I think there's an aircraft holding short down there. No, that's just a
Fox Delta proceeding traffic in, takeoff roll, wind 130 degrees, 15 knots, runway 06, right, clear to land.
Okay, so we're going to Mike 3, which is here. So what's that, our second left? Maybe our third. We are screaming down here at 34 knots. Bravo, there's Tango. Mike 5, that one. So it's Mike 4, then Mike 3. We'll get 122.8 lined up, because that's what we're going to go over to after this. Takeoff config test. Speed's not inserted. Excuse me. Tower Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike with you, about to hold short at Mike 3 for 06 right.
Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, Berlin Tower, moin, behind the landing Eurowings Airbus A320, line up runway 06 right, behind.
Line up behind the landing Eurowings A320, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike.
795 with Delta, monitor Unicom 122, disconnect, bye-bye.
We need to get those takeoff speeds in. Tower Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, are we okay to just hold short for just a moment? We've just got some information we need to put in.
Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, yup, it's okay, still line-up clearance, so there is no traffic inbound, so you can take it down.
Thank you very much, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike.
048 Foxtrot Delta, welcome to Berlin, taxi.
This is Mike 3, isn't it?
Right on Alpha, hold short.
Yeah. Okay, right, quickly. We've still got clearance, 154. Oh, does that mean that they're ready to put in there? Oh, flipping out. Okay, let's get that takeoff config test done. All is normal, let's turn packs off. Let's also put the landing lights on, nose light to take off, runway turn-offs, strobe. I tell you what, I have really been in a panic this morning, but I hope it's been entertaining. We've got here, and we're doing it. I absolutely adore doing this. Very lucky to have tower and ground on today. Like I say, I don't jump on when I just see ATC on at an airport and just, you know, go, oh, well, let's fly from there. This is a charter that was ready for this airport about a week ago. And, yeah, it's now time to go. It's given us line-up clearance. It'll probably give us takeoff clearance now. We've got our initial altitude and everything ready to go, so he'll see that we are lined up.
Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, wind 130 degrees, 15 knots, runway 06 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 06 right, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike. Let's go, 50%. Very efficient Germans, aren't they? Here we go. Manflex 71, SRS runway auto thrust is blue. Not putting enough downward pressure on. It's hard to manage that when you're trying to twist the stick for rudder as well. High V speed today. Okay. Downward pressure is relieved. It's trying to pull to the right. Oh, we are using all of this runway. V1. Rotate. Whoa, big shake to the left. Positive rate of climb, gears going up. And an instant right turn out of here at Berlin. It'll clear us over to Unicom before too long. Wow, that's a busy departure. Look at that. What a great turn. Let's get back on this screen, just make sure we fly this as tidy as we can. Lever into climb. Gaining speed nicely now. Fantastic. We're aiming at 200 knots. It'll probably give us a clearance as well to another altitude. S-speed, so flaps coming up. Leveling it out. God, this departure's got a lot going on. And not a lot in the department of frame rate. Yep, packs. We'll sort packs.
Ewing 48 Foxtrot Delta, contact Berlin Apron 121.855, bye bye.
121.855, noch eine schöne Restwoche, Ewing 48 Foxtrot Delta.
Jupp, Tito, und nächstes Mal bitte vor Victor 1 rein, danke.
Oh, Herr, my bad, ich bin bei Berlin noch ein bisschen verwirrt.
Das sind alle.
I heard my bad and then German. Standard. Oh. Got a bit right here and a bit low.
Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike Monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, bye bye.
Over to Unicom 122 decimal 8, bye bye. Oh. Everything froze for a sec there. Autopilot in then, let's just recap on the after departure check takeoff checklist. Gear, flaps, packs, speed brakes, nose light, runway turn off, landing lights. So we just need to do the lights up here. Runway turn offs, all good. Seatbelt signs will take off now. And we'll enjoy some beauty shots. Good stuff. Right then, we're at 8,000 feet. We're going to go up now. Let's just check the departure checks. Flight level 100 above, so yeah, let's get up to 240. Crack him. Let's get on with it. As you'll have heard, we have been requested to be contacted. Oh, 124175. Centre's just come on. 124175. What radar is this? Bremen radar.
Bremen radar, good day, 047 Juliet, descend flight level 20.
Bremen radar, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike with you, flight level 110.
Direct Hochberg.
Oh.
2 Fox Mike, Problem identified low climb flight level 240, direct Isegu.
Climb flight level 240 and direct where? Sorry, I didn't quite catch you there.
2 Fox Mike, direct Isegu.
Direct Isegu, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, thank you very much. Wow, so we can just cut a huge chunk out of our flight plan there.
65 inbound, Ogilvy.
The 5 August, frame identified low squawk 1000, fly heading 12.
He has got us going a very, very big shortcut. So let me show you what that means. So instead of going up there to Mag and then across, we've gone straight to this waypoint here. So we've cut out this big triangle and just gone straight to his ego. That is awesome. Thanks very much, Bremen radar. And we're also above 10,000 feet now, so the landing lights can come off. Oh, multiple stations at once. We're going to get that quite a lot up here.
Radar, g'day, this is Giant Aviation Video flight level 370.
Giant 8666, frame radar, low identified squawk 2005, speed direct 2 now.
Direct to Budler, Giant 8686.
DC 47 Juliet, can you send the direct VATSIM? I don't have enough flight on.
DC 47 Juliet, radio speed 25,
250, DC 47 Juliet.
2 Mike Monitor Unicom 122.8.
Over to Unicom 122.8. Thanks very much. Have a good day.
2 Charlie November, direct to BQ, climb left.
Straight over to Unicom then, never mind. Well, that didn't last long. We are going out of their airspace though, down to the south, I'll show you. We're going out of their space here, look, in this direction, so he knows we're going to be gone soon. He doesn't have to give me any other instructions, so it is what it is, but still, good to have a little bit more additional ATC on. And just on time, we have got to cruising altitude at flight level 240. So I'm going to give you the usual beauty shots, and obviously, I hope you all enjoy them. Thanks again, Fabrice Mundt, for chartering this flight. Enjoy it. Loving the cruise at the minute. Just having a look at the perf page here. We've got 115 miles to the top of descent, so we've still got quite a while before we get down there. I'm just going to recheck the plan and everything on here to make sure it's all plumbed in. So we're going to put plan on there, and we're going directly to Isigu. So we're going to click flight plan on here. Let me just get this settled. I'll zoom in on that screen for you there while I just scroll down the buttons and we just see how it looks. As you can see, it wobbles this way and that way. DF437, and then look, we're going a long straight line here past the airport, and then we can turn around basically at any of these points. I do want to go the full distance though, just to give us the additional track mileage. So we will basically get past DF444, go in a straight line this way, and then I'll say direct to DF654, which gives us plenty of time to go in a straight line then towards the airport, and then in on ILS 07 right. But everything is hunky-dory up here in the cabin. Loving life at the moment. Once again in the fly-by-wire, we've got a mixture of flights coming up in terms of charters, which include the fly-by-wire A320neo. I think one of them is in an A321, and then the rest are either A320neos or the 737, of which there are two now. 2 737 flights, I think, in a row as well. Towards the later stages, they'll be in a few weeks. What I will also be doing soon is I tend to try and mimic some of my real-world flights that I go on when I go to commentate at certain motorsport events. I'm going to be going to Mugello next week, so there may be a flight. Actually, I don't know whether this video... Oh, this video might have been pushed back a week because of that other one. I'm not sure. But still, I'll be trying to get those videos to go out on the weekends where I'm at those circuits. There's going to be rounds of the Goodyear FIA European Truck Racing Championship as well, where I'm going to be on site. So I'm going to have my flights for those on those weekends as well. May push the charters back a bit, but I'm sure you won't mind too much. But either way, I'm excited to get through the list of charters, which is ever growing, it seems. Okay, beautiful conditions and a beautiful bit of the flight there with a few turns thrown in. Let's get the information in for the airport at Frankfurt. So it's 999 on the QNH, 999, hopefully we don't have to call them. And then we've got temperature of 20 degrees and it's 180 at 2. 20 degrees and then it's 180 at 02, smashing. And let's get the minimums in as well from the charts for the ILS. We're going to intercept the ILS at 4,000 feet and the minimums are 527. 527. Cracking, happy with that. Let's also put the QNH in on here, shall we? So we're just going to pop it in for a sec, pop it to 999. Put it back to standard and square that up. It's squared up on the other side automatically. Smashing. What? From what I can see, there's nothing online at Frankfurt in terms of air traffic control, so it's just going to be Unicom all the way in. And I think we're just going to have to start speaking to them when we get alongside and sort of parallel to the airport before we make our way in. The airport is over yonder, I think it's there. And we need to look at where we're going to park as well. I did write down that we were going to go Bravo 22, which means that we land 7 right, taxi across, I think it's at Mike 10, yeah, and then in on Bravo 22 on here. I'm not sure whether we'd go in on Lima and then up November 5 like that, whether departing traffic could be out on November. I wonder if we can have a look on Volanta and see where people are taxiing. They've come in on 7 left, and they've just gone up that way, so that's an easy route for them. What about them? No, they're going from, okay. I think we're going to be the only arrival at EDDF for a while, so we might have a bit of free reign on that. To be fair, actually, that aircraft is going out, isn't it? And they're on Lima. So maybe we get off. We'll go across. We'll probably end up getting off there, actually, and just go straight in. That would be nice and tidy, wouldn't it? But if we do go further down, we'll get on at Mike 10 and we'll follow Lima west and then go up November 5. Okay, at the moment, we are 39 miles from top of descent, so still a little while to wait. Okay, we're having a little turn left and right now. There's Frankfurt down there. We're now going to be changing this back, put that on constraints, and we're going to figure out our descent. Flight level 10,100 or above. Well, we're going to be intercepting the ILS at 4,000 feet. We just need to basically ask it for 4,000 feet, don't we? We might be there for a while, though. Wonder if the aircraft will get that planned in as to when we need to be there. We'll see. We'll see how quickly it descends, and then we'll manage it ourselves from that point. We're 15 miles from top of descent now, so still got a bit of time. Let's just let everybody know on Volanta. VATSIM. Frankfurt traffic, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, planning on the Kerax 5 Delta arrival for ILS 07. Still got a while to run, just checking if anybody is in the vicinity for the arrival. Let's hit that descent now, shall we? Aircraft will wind it back and start slowing it down. Didn't get a word of that, mate. Let's base this off the maths that Drew taught us a while ago. So we're 84 miles away, so it's your altitude times 3, which is 60, 72 plus 5. So yeah, 77, and we are 83 away. So we're going to get down just in time, actually. Look how cool Frankfurt Airport is. It's absolutely colossal, isn't it? It's not loaded in any decent sort of resolution, but yeah, it's huge. There's 07 left, 07 right is that one, sorry, and 07 centre there. For when we get in, we're just going to get the auto brakes on low. Just going to check everything else that needs doing basically before we get in, but I don't think there's anything else to prepare at this point. It's just a case of putting the landing lights on and the seatbelt signs when we get to a point. We're going to put the seatbelt signs on now, get everybody sat down in the meantime. Just going over the airport now, as you see.
November 8, taxiing descent, Victor 144, via November 8, link 3 and November 7.
I worried for a second there because I could see that people were using runway, what seemed to be 18 for takeoff. Someone has just taken off from runway 18 in an Airbus A340, but there was a guy a moment ago who just said that he was lining up 07 centre, so that makes me happy. We're on profile for descent now. We're going to be going a long way past the airport, so even though it's right there, we've still got a long way to descend before we get in anywhere. So yeah, somebody's just taken off that way. There's somebody lining up for 07 centre around here, and then they must be here. They're going to take off that way. But yeah, we're definitely on the right runway now for this at least, which is good.
Frankfurt traffic, easy 175, taking off runway 07 centre, Frankfurt traffic.
There he is, 07 centre. Okay, what else do we need? What else do we need? I think we're all golden. Let's just check the information. It's 21 degrees now, 180 at 3. So it's 21. And it's 180 at 03, so the wind has picked up a slight bit, but not really a lot. QNH is still 999er. Okay, we're going to put landing system on so it's nice and early, and it's ready. It's got IFSE 110.95 in there, and it knows what the heading is. Obviously, we have that diamond there. We need to keep our eye on. So we'll turn in basically when we get past 654. So in about 15 miles we'll make our turnaround. What on earth, more like who on earth, that was Lufthansa 7 Whiskey Tango going from Cork to Frankfurt in the complete opposite direction in an A319. Let's check VAT glasses, because I've seen this before. You can look at other people's flight plans. Are they on the right flight plan or right runway? Because if they're going to Frankfurt, they're not going the right way about it. Okay, so this is what I was meaning. There's me and there's them, so we can keep an eye on what they're doing. So his filed altitude was 39,000 feet. That's his route. Does it say... Where does it say what runway he's going on to? Nivnu and Imcom is the other way. Not sure if they're using the wrong runway or what. Right then, we need to go direct to DF654 now. Get the aircraft to do that. She's going to make the turn left. And we'll head in. Frankfurt traffic, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike. Just turning now to establish on the ILS for 07 right. Still quite a distance to run. Still looking at 39 miles, but still turning in on the arrival. Frankfurt traffic. I feel like messaging Lufthansa 7 Whiskey Tango. How do you do that? So you're supposed to put .chat DLH 7 Whiskey Tango. We'll just send in the message at least, because that was very, very close. I was doing a beauty shot thing at the time, so I wouldn't have heard TCAS kicking off, which a bit irresponsible of me, to be honest with you. We're that far away from the airport now, look, that it's not actually got the landing system diamonds on for the ILS. Well, we're at 250 knots at the moment. We're below 10,000 feet now as well, so the landing lights really should have come on by this point. We'll put the runway turn-offs on as well, ready for when we get in. We're going to arm the spoilers now. We're not going to need them. We're going to ask the aircraft for 210 knots. That way we can go flap 1, get some drag in. Frankfurt traffic, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, ready to establish for 07 right. 25 miles to run, Frankfurt traffic. There is the airport up ahead. Okay, let's get approach ready. Cat 1. Flat 1. Okay, let's slow it down to 180 knots so we can get everything prepared. Next notch of flaps in a sec. Cat 3 single is established. Awesome. Into local pressure. Flap 2 any second now, ready. Oh, it's gone back to Cat 1 for some reason. We've just had a chat message back. There we go. Frankfurt traffic, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, runway 07 right, fully established, 18 miles to run.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen. As we have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination.
He says negative check FlightRadar 24, they're using 25. Who's more right? Okay, let's get this ready to land, shall we? We'll bring the gear down at 6 miles, we'll do 180 till 6. Okay, we are flap 2. 15 miles to run. Nearly in. And we're on the glide slope now. Fantastic stuff. Still a while to run yet. 10 miles. Let's just let them know. Frankfurt traffic, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, runway 07 right, 10 miles to run. Thank you again Fabrice Mundt for chartering this one. Thoroughly enjoyed this flight today. Lovely to be again up in such a special aircraft. Livery wise anyway, obviously we fly the Airbus A320neo quite a bit, the fly-by-wire. There is our runway in sight. Let me know, by the way, what you think of the interaction there with Lufthansa. Whether you'd base it off what SimBrief gives you and what else you've seen on VATSIM, or whether you do it off FlightRadar. My argument would be, you know, FlightRadar, sure, might be doing it in the real world like that, but they could be doing very different things on VATSIM if the wind is low enough. At the end of the day, I'd rather adhere to what everyone else is doing on VATSIM than what FlightRadar are doing in the real world. I'm going to ask it for VAP now. We're going to bring the gear down. I'm going to go flap 3. And there we go for flap full. Did he say 2.5? And did he say 2.5 left? Frankfurt traffic, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, runway 07 right, 5 mile final. Let's check the cabin once more. They're all good to go up there. We're at 1400 feet at the minute. The aircraft's moving around quite a bit. Yeah, we actually have a tailwind right now, don't we? Dearie me.
Sunshine 3 Alpha Lima, line up and wait, runway 18.
Yeah, there's somebody lining up for 18 there. 25 centre, someone's on approach to, you can sort of see it over there. Let's take the autopilot out, aircraft is mine. It's already dipped below the glide slope in terrific fashion. We're not getting the lift we need, are we? I might have made a colossal mess here. And if I have, I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, I did say before, didn't I? I saw someone had gone off on 18. Still 2 white, 2 red.
400.
Floating in. Moving around quite a bit at the minute.
Minimum.
Continue. We're on 3 white there. Let's just dip the nose down a little bit.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Take off runway 18.
5.
On the ground, reverses out. Nothing from the reverses. There we go. Again, it has to be that I've got them activated and then pushed forward a little bit rather than just dragging it all the way out. It's so weird to see an aircraft landing the other way. I have probably made a rather large error here, and I do apologise for it. We're going to get off at the left-hand exit, and we're going to let it then hold. But welcome to Frankfurt, everybody, either way. We haven't colossally messed up anybody's day, which is a little bit of a silver lining I'm going to hold on to. Is this Mike 13? Well, I don't know, because the aircraft's going to come to a stop. Yeah, Mike 13. Frankfurt traffic, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, vacated 07 right, Mike 13. Okay, let's get the spoilers cleaned up, flaps cleaned up as well. Let's turn the landing lights off, if it'll let me. Nose light goes to taxi, runway turn-offs come off. Strobe goes to auto. Put the master switch on for the APU. We'll get that started.
Traffic, Lufthansa 7 Whiskey Tango, taxi straight from via Lima.
He's going via Lima. Gonna go November 5. Frankfurt traffic, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike. Taxi to ramp via November 5. We may have to cross the runway in just a moment as well. Okay, so after landing, let's just make sure that we've got everything else done. So flaps have all been retracted. Predicted wind shear goes off. That goes to TA. We're going to go left here. And then we, yeah, basically just have to crack on with taxiing and just getting it shut down in a minute. Frankfurt traffic, Condor 2 Foxtrot Mike, crossing runway 25 centre. We'll crack on in a straight line. And what else needs doing? We've got the APU all started up there. We need to push on a little bit if we're going to cross the runway. No lingering. Yeah, there's still people coming in on 07. I think there's a bit of confusion over that. Don't stop plane. I just tapped the brakes and it stops. It's not like it's on a toggle or anything. I just said to Lufthansa 7 Whiskey Tango, it seems like there's still general confusion over it because there's more people landing on 07. Right, let's get GSX. Wait for it, there we go. We are B22. Oh, I didn't want to click that. Oh well. Okay, I didn't really want it to do that. I don't think that's very pretty at all.
482 via Lima 3 line runway 25 Frankfurt traffic.
Here we go into this little cul-de-sac here. We're going to turn the taxi light off. Now... Frame rate's never amazing here at Frankfurt, but what can you expect? It's a huge airport with a lot of objects and a lot of buildings, but it's a great airport to fly to. There's always a bit going on here as well. There's always some people in. It's one of the busiest airports in the world, isn't it, at the end of the day? B24, B22, this is us. Smoothly does it. We don't need that entire turn, do we? Oh, come on. Where's all of our stuff?
Frankfurt traffic on the 482 departing with 25 cents above 2 Mike departing from ground services.
Is that us? What was going on there, GSX?
You need to start the engines to request ground services.
Yes, I know.
You need to start the engines to request ground services.
Are you joking? Right, okay. So parking brake is on. How strange. Parking brake is on, nose light is off, runway turn-offs are off as well. Yep, that's all good. APU bleed now needs to come on, which is up there. And then we will then shut down the engines in just a sec. Let me get a nice camera set up for that first. Okay, we'll go down here and we'll switch off engine 2 and then engine 1. Okay, now the engines have been shut down. Can we finally ask for GSX? Operate jetway. Oh, God. Request deboarding. There it is. Jetway's coming over now. Flipping out. Right, let's get the seatbelt signs off. And we'll get strobe off. Nav and logo and beacon. Leave the nav and logo on, stuff it. And then up top, fuel pumps come off.
Airborne passing 1,500 to 6,000.
And that's us on the ground here at Frankfurt. A little bit of confusion towards the end there, and maybe not the finest moment, but still a great flight once again today in this gorgeous, gorgeous aircraft, Alpha November Charlie Zulu. We'll be back in it in a few episodes' time as well, where I've got another charter ready in this one. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and thanks once again for Fabrice Mundt for chartering this flight here today.
482 Pineapple 132.
Good for you. Hope you've enjoyed the episode, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.